Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1284 for Thursday, February 10th, 2011, the Iomega SuperHero. The Daily GizWiz is brought to you by MailRoute, a secure hosted service that filters viruses and spam for companies of any size. For 10% off the life of your account, visit mailroute.info to sign up.
And now, get ready for Dick.
Rock and roll time, because it's Thursday.
Does the GizWiz need
Everybody bounce.
another crappy thing?
I said everybody bounce.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
It's Thursday. The GizWiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme. It's Thursday. The GizWiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme.
Watch Tom Merritt do that when I'm gone, I'll tell you, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I have a letter about that one. I'll read when we get to the
So, for those who
time.
are not watching but listening, I sit on a stability ball, they call them. They're big inflatable balls. This one's 65 centimeters, which I don't know what is that, 3 feet? You know, and it's firm. It bounces if you bounce up and down on it. But the idea of sitting on it is it, forces you to kind of active sitting and keep your core strong and all that. Oh, I'm out of breath from that. But so I want to use these in the new studio for audience seating.
Wait a minute. For everybody?
Yeah. No, not just the hosts, for the audience. What do you think, audience members? When you come in, instead of sitting in a seat, we'll put you on one of these balls.
I see insurance problems.
That's exactly what they said. They said, then you're going to have a lot of people falling over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, who's saying in the chat room, Shadow Tiger, 2 feet.
2 feet?
diameter.
Oh, he did his calculations. All right, it's 2 feet. Oh, it's more than that. Look at the size of my ball. This thing is huge. Wait a minute, let me show you. That's more than 2 feet, isn't it? Look at that. That's huge.
Let me go back. Okay, yeah, someone's saying 25.59 inches. So how about
That's 2 feet. 2 feet, 1.5 inches.
a little more.
I
2
think
feet.
maybe I've overinflated it then.
There you go.
think
That's your problem.
It's bigger than it ought to be. So, okay, so, all right. So, okay, you guys. Man, what a bunch of panty waist whiners. All right, we'll give you... I'll have balls. We'll have about 6 balls, black and white. They'll be rolling all around the studio. I'll have 4 sumo beanbag chairs. I know there'll be fights to get that. And then I'll have maybe another 6 folding chairs.
No hammocks?
Yeah, sure. You want some hammocks? That's a good idea.
Well,
That's a great idea. Hey, okay. Hey, Lisa, we're going to have hammocks in the new studio, too. Tell Roger.
Yeah.
I have here, Roger C. Ambrose, who's also in the other room, is our set designer, and he's given me the big book of set design ideas.
Ooh,
and I do believe there's actually a hammock in here.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so funny.
So, you never know what you're going to have in the new studio. There's also staircases to nowhere. There's a flying...
My career.
Yes, that's your career. There's flying buttresses. And, yeah. Okay. And there's giant chromium spheroids. So it's gonna be...
and someone else said we need a trampoline.
Oh, that'd be fun. Well, we do want a fire pole. So the all the gear, the TriCaster and everything would be in the basement. And we're upstairs. So what if something goes wrong with the TriCaster? We're gonna cut a hole in the floor and then have a fire pole that John can run in and slide down.
Nice. I like it.
Don't forget the fire pole. Crazy, man. Crazy.
With a ball at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So when he hits it, it goes right
boing,
back up again.
Boing.
I like it.
All right.
This is good. This is good. This is like TWiT meets steeplechase.
It's going to be crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Crazy.
So tell me now, you have a gadget of the day.
I do have a gadget of the day. Now, you probably think that
I do.
everybody...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell me.
Everybody charges their iPhone or their iPod Touch, in my case, by plugging it into their computer so that they can back everything up at the same time.
That's why they ought to, yes.
Okay.
I tell them to do that.
I know you do, and that's why I thought for someone like me, this device is very handy. Now, I do not have a computer in my apartment. My apartment and Disneyland are back to back. So I just walk the 15 steps, and then I have 19 computers. I have computers everywhere in Disneyland.
That is a lot.
None in my apartment.
Yeah.
So for people like me, or people who want to keep their iPod or iPod Touch in their bedroom, there is a little device now from Iomega called the SuperHero.
SuperHero.
The SuperHero. So the SuperHero is a charging stand that also comes with a 4 gigabyte SD card.
Oh, that's interesting.
And every night, as it charges your Apple device, it backs up everything new that's on the device.
Wait a minute.
Your photo.
4 gigabytes?
Well, you can put in any size card you want. It ships with 4 gigabytes.
Oh, I say, because, my iPhone's 32 gigabytes.
No. So you can, is there, I think, did Sandus introduce a 32 gigabyte card?
It's an SD card or a...
It's an SD card.
Not a
It's
micro
an
SD. It's a regular SD.
No, it's a regular SD.
Yeah, I have the SanDisk 32, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you can back up everything as you charge your device with the Iomega SuperHero.
Look, here's a bit of Flickr. Here's a bunch of pictures.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Then now it's funny. They're coming into town, so I'll actually get to play with this next week. But I thought I would talk about it this week. So the SuperHero is list price is $69.95. There's a SuperHero app. I'm sure you can
charge it? Does it charge it?
It charges it. Yes, charges and backs up at the same time. It is the SuperHero backup charger.
Backup charger.
Backup charger.
Beep, beep. Back it up. Beep,
Right.
beep, beep. Back it up. Sorry, I have to do a little song.
No, that's very good. Yeah. So my guess is that once it's more widely available, the price will drop. But there you have it. So all the different iPod, all the different... Actually, you need the iPod Touch 4th generation for it to work. Oh. But it works with iPhone 4 and the 3 and the 3GS. And
the 3 and the thing and the hang and the hang.
Until they change, till Apple decides to change it yet again.
No kidding.
There were some people at CES that were very unhappy that they changed the 30-pin adapter.
Wait a minute. They changed the 30-pin adapter?
Like our friends at Blue Mic.
Yeah.
They have a new Blue Mic.
It doesn't work? They changed the pins?
The iTouch 4, the pins have been changed.
Oh, no.
I know. I said, I just got that. I can't wait to use it on my Touch. And they said, well, wait a little longer because unbeknownst to us, the pins have changed and we have to redo something here at our end. Yeah, I know.
That's an important point because there were a lot of people, gullible press that doesn't cover tech usually, who were wandering around saying, oh my gosh, we can learn something about the iPad 2 because all these companies have iPad 2 cases at CES. And I had to explain to them that nobody knows what the iPad 2 is going to look like. Nobody knows what the iPad 2 is going to be. Apple doesn't tell these guys. They don't have some sort of inside information. They're guessing. They
know that they usually know the dimensions.
Maybe.
Because one one case company. I said, how could you have the case out the day after the thing was announced? And he said, we get blank dimensions to build to.
But they don't know where the holes are, do they?
No. You know what? I think they probably do. Only because I think once there was a leak, maybe they don't know anymore. I think once there was a leak that there's probably going to be a camera because one company leaked. And they have to sign statements that they wouldn't even let people know the dimensions of the cap. Yeah.
Wow.
But someone leaked that the cabinet, the case, had a new opening that the old case didn't have. And the assumption was it might be a camera.
We shall see. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical.
Okay, skeptical.
I'm skeptical. I guess Apple does want to have cases available, although you'll notice whenever a new device comes out, cases are not available generally for a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a brand like the iPad.
Thing. Yeah.
Where it was a totally new category.
Right. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, before we get to your letter of the day, I do want to mention my good friend Tom Johnson. He is the owner, proprietor, and coder behind mailroute.info. Tom is a Perl programmer. I know that because I was chatting with Randall Schwartz, who's also a Perl programmer, who started to use MailRoute on his server and loves it. MailRoute is an anti-spam, antivirus solution that is server-side. So the deal is you can't really use this if you're using Gmail or Hotmail. You can't really use it if you're using your internet service provider's mail. But if you have your own server, you can bounce the mail when it comes to you. Say I have Leoville.com. I changed something called an MX record. It's really easy in the control panel on the hosting service to point to MailRoute. So when a message comes to Leo at Leoville.com, the first thing it does is goes to MailRoute. MailRoute looks at it and does all sorts of clever things. I'll give you one of them is called gray listing. If it's not seen the from address before, if it's not somebody I've already gotten mail from, it's a brand new person. In other words, if it's a spammer, its first reaction is, oh, server's busy, come back in 15 seconds. Now, if it's a normal email server, it will. It'll say, oh, yeah, that happened, because that happens all the time. Server's busy, come back and send it in a bit. But spammers, the way they send their mail, very typically, they will cycle through so many addresses. They have to, because they're sending out millions of emails. They don't come back. This is called gray listing. It's amazingly effective. But it's just one of hundreds of techniques Tom uses to stop spam cold without hurting you and blocking any important emails that you want to get. That's no false positives. I've used it for 6 years, and I love it. 7 years now. I want you to try it. There's a free trial. There are consumer accounts. This is something he added just for you TWiT listeners. But if you run a server, if you're hosting a company, if you have a corporate account, if you perhaps are a school or a business that does need to do your own email, this is a great solution for you. Mailroute.info. Check it out to find out more.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the GizWiz letters now.
By the way, 10% off for the life of your account if you use mailroute.info. Dick, your letter of the day, sir.
The letter of the day comes from someone who communicates with us quite often, Kevin Sell.
Oh, yes, the weather cell.
The weather cell. And this is a very good question he asks. He says, good day. I'm really, really, really excited for Leo.
Really?
To get into the new building.
Yes.
With the high ceilings.
Oh, man.
Imagine the air Leo's going to get off his ball during the theme on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's funny he should say that because, you know, we just opened up my office. There was a ceiling on it, the new office, the new studio, and we took it out. We took it out for that very reason.
Okay, so, you know, I've not seen video yet. So how, in general, how tall are the ceilings in the building? From floor to ceiling?
I believe 8 feet, but when you, with the lids,
8 feet is
no,
nothing.
with the lids, when you take the lids off, I don't know, 20, 25 feet, I don't know. I mean, it goes, all.
Aren't you
It's a
ceilings 8
warehouse.
feet where you are now?
Yeah, no,
8 feet.
I was saying 8 feet when the lids are on, the ceilings are on, but we don't. But we took the ceilings off most of the offices. So yeah, in the studio space, you're absolutely right. In the studio space, it is probably 20 feet, something like that. Here, I'll show you.
I'd like to see you bounce on your ball in there.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Let me see if
Anyway,
I can...
you'll be high off your ball in May. Is that the changeover, May?
Isn't that a Frank Sinatra song? In May, you'll be high off your ball in May.
I think it is.
Swinging from a star in May. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. That's uncanny.
Isn't it
Uncanny.
amazing?
Was that Ed Sullivan? Who was
I am
that?
so good. I will send you a picture of the ceiling so you can see how high I am.
Sounds good to me.
I'll see you then, Dick.
I'll be here.
DAIL-Y. It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz.
It makes its own gravy.
Yeah.